Hello, 3F warfighters. I had the privilege to team up with the amazing warfighters reviewing and developing AFRC policy. As airmen, it's our responsibility to first review and interpret AFRC policy with our local subject matter experts. The AFRC policy team is then ready to help us further interpret. I am Chief Master Sergeant Bianca Contreras, the AFRC MAJCOM Functional Manager for the 3F5 Administration Career Field. And I spent some time with the policy team reviewing this trending topic. Here's my interview.
Hello, Lieutenant Colonel Fillmore and Senior Master Sergeant Alvarado. You both have a full-time AGR job, so thank you very much for spending some time with me to talk about the current trending topic of promotions. But before we begin, can you tell our viewers which branch you currently serve in and which duty types you have served in the military?
Absolutely. Well, thank you, first of all, for the opportunity to join you. We are two of the most amazing AFRC A1KK Force Management branch. Our office oversees a variety of programs from policy interpretation to talent management consultant, program management, the recruiting and retention program process, and so very much more. With respect to duty statuses,
So I've been in the Air Force Reserve for 16 years, and I've been a TR, an ART, and I'm presently an AGR.
and I served on REGAF for 13 years and have been a part of the Air Force Reserves for 5 years. I've been a TR commander and currently an AGR.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing. These duty statuses really help us connect with everyone else in the military. One, to learn about the different duty status, and once we know that we've served in the same duty status, it builds our trust and our teamwork. So thank you for sharing. So now to our 3 questions on our trending topic. My first question is, when it comes to current trends in the promotion process, which FSS and CSS roles play a critical role in possible process improvements with promotions?
So thank you for the question. For the FSS, career development offices are critical. They define and set the wing processes and suspense timelines for promotions. They also outline the expectations for what supporting documentation is required to facilitate timely promotions.
And then each CSS is critical. They support the commander and the airmen. It is critical that the CSS professionals understand the promotion eligibility requirements outlined in DAFI 362502, Table 8.2. Additionally, they need to ensure all promotion products are valid and provided by the suspense date set by the FSS. And regarding process improvements, we've been seeing data accuracy discrepancies where members are showing ineligible for promotion when they are in fact actually eligible.
That sounds serious. So in my previous 10 years as an administrator at the 35 career field, I've worked and led in many CSS offices. I do recall waiting on these promotion rosters from the FSOs as my pivot point to begin tracking and processing promotions. My question is, what kind of critical thinking could an FSS and a CSS member add to their current tracking processes for promotions?
So that's a great question. The promotion process or promotion program is very complex. There are so many elements that feed into promotion eligibility, promotion consideration. So for instance, overage codes, participation, retainability, and so many other factors drive the promotion eligibility. So that if any of these areas have a data discrepancy, this could cause airmen to possibly reflect as ineligible for promotion. So it's super important for CSSs to be able to review both the promotion eligibility roster and the ineligibility roster to keep a pulse on their assigned airmen, and then use that critical thinking to look at the different elements that might be placing a member on the ineligibility roster when they should be on the promotion eligibility roster, so that any errors should be identified and corrected immediately so that we ensure timely promotions.
Awesome. I wish I had this interview 10 years ago. Because I remember just receiving those rosters, seeing what's on there, and impressing with it. My last question is, well, I've recently learned a lot about retroactive promotions, not something that I've heard or processed in the past. So what advice can we share to FSS and CSS members on preventing retroactive promotion requests?
Great question, Chief. So most of the retroactive promotion requests that we're seeing are focused on the airman promotions, specifically with our non-prior service promotions. Understanding that these members don't always populate on the promotion eligibility roster, even though they are eligible. It is important to remember the clock starts when they leave for basic training in accordance with DAFI 36-2502, Table 8.2 notes 3 and 7. And having an internal tracker capturing these members to ensure the timely promotions, and can even we can stop with these retroactive promotions if we have a tracker capturing these members and their eligibility. So an example of that would be, as a CSS member, you don't always see the member, the first UTA they were gained, they might be participating in the delayed training flight, but you see the new name. And you see them on your manning document, you see them in UTAPs, and having, once you see that name, being proactive, going into arrows and see when are they leaving for basic training. And as you know, that's when their clock starts for eligibility for that first stripe or whatever stripe they might be eligible for next. And starting to track it then and having a pulse on where that airman is. And so that you can make sure that they're going to be put in for that promotion when they are first eligible.
Absolutely. And also a last point would be reviewing the members' accession documents to determine if they might be eligible for stripes for education upon graduation from tech school. That can also support timely promotions.
Awesome. Yeah. So this also tells me that creating possibly a transparency type report between FSS and CSS when it comes to these new airmen would definitely could be added to the process that they currently have. Awesome. Well, thank you, Lieutenant Colonel Fillmore and Senior Master Sergeant Alvarado, so much for every policy that you're currently reviewing, every phone call that you've answered, and for the selfless hours you have put in for any task that has come across your desk. I know I personally look forward to any collaboration I get to have with anyone today. And for our viewers, if you want to connect with Lieutenant Colonel Fillmore and Senior Master Sergeant Alvarado, please first collaborate with your local subject matter experts. Then you can contact them via their workflow. They do lead a team of warfighters who take their job very seriously, and they have a passion for every reserve member that policy affects. Thank you for joining us today, and please subscribe to this channel for future videos.